Headquarters to engine 109 Alpha. Headquarters calling engine 109 Alpha. This is the final call for engine 109 Alpha. Driver engineer Paul Pietrafesa, ID number 1040.
True heroes are those who are willing to risk their lives for others. But firefighters just see themselves as ordinary people who face extraordinary circumstances. They selflessly display courage and honor and are constantly ready to spring into action the moment they are needed. But for every hero, there is a villain. And in this case, it's cancer.
Paul had abdominal pain one night, and we went to the doctors the next morning because he was jaundice. And at first they thought he had gallbladder, but more tests down the road revealed that he had a tumor in the head of his pancreas. We couldn't believe it was real, and you believe that you can fix it and we can beat it. So at first it was just really hard to wrap your brain around the reality of the truth. Our lives changed dramatically. After Paul was diagnosed, we knew his time was limited, and we wanted to do the most we could with the time we had left. And your whole perspective changes when you've been handed a sentence of a few months. And you find that things aren't as important as you thought they were before somebody's diagnosed. And you live every day like it's your last.
Love is lost sometimes, once in a while, and love is all we have to live for. Standing on the front line, holding back the fear. Listen to the gunfire, whisper in my ear. I can see the sunshine in my memory. Caught up in the crossfire, still my heart is louder than bombs.
I was diagnosed in 2014 with fibrosarcoma.
In 2005, March of 2005, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer.
I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer in 2005.
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer early 2015.
I was 48 years old at the time. I have 2 kids. Thoughts of, am I going to see them grow up? Am I going to walk my daughter down the aisle?
It was tough on myself and my family, but we got through it.
What went through your mind when you were given that diagnosis? Immediately, when the doctor says you have cancer.
Sometimes life gets hard, and sometimes we break down, and some days we just want to let go and walk away.
We now know, just by being firefighters, we're more likely to get cancer just by the job that we do.
We started to realize that these weren't isolated incidents, that there was probably a reason behind some of these occurrences of cancer.
Dr. Lee and colleagues conducted epidemiological studies with the state of Florida and found that there was increased risk for firefighters in testicular cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, prostate cancer, And for female firefighters, there's an increased risk in overall cancer and cervical cancer.
Coral Springs has done a number of different things which are kind of leading the edge on what we should be doing, such as gross decon on the scene, the 2 sets of gear, moving the ice machines out of the truck stalls. And the new concept, obviously, is a clean cab.
By removing the equipment from the cab, we are reducing our exposure to carcinogens. Research has shown that SCBAs and equipment can continue to off-gas days later. An added benefit is that we've been able to reduce back, knee, and ankle injuries. These components of the clean cab concept have improved our overall firefighter safety and health without increasing our overall response times.
We know the risk of cancers increase because of our profession. With this information, we have started to redesign our apparatus, our stations, and write new policies and procedures that provide further firefighter safety, health, and well-being. The driver in the video you saw was Paul Pietrafesa. Paul died of pancreatic cancer in 2016. Paul was a true inspiration to this department and has affected the way that we do business today in a positive manner. Paul sat on the committee that helped design the first clean cab truck that the Coral Springs-Parkland Fire Department took possession of. It was a 2016 Pierce 100-foot platform. The committee came up with the idea of getting all of the gear, all of the equipment that goes into a hazardous environment out of the cab of the vehicle and into the body of the vehicle so it is away from the firefighters. Other steps that we have taken is we've looked at our station design, removed ice machines from the bays, have storage facilities just for bunker gear. We have issued 2 sets of bunker gear to every firefighter. Implementing a hood and glove swap program that allows for our firefighters to have clean gear to just about every call. We will stay committed to improving the safety, health, and wellness of our firefighters. We will continue to look at the research and the data that's coming out of Sylvester Cancer Center, and we will continue to reevaluate the equipment, procedures, and policies we use on a daily basis to make sure that we are doing the best we can for the men and women that serve the communities they serve.
If I could say anything to other firefighters, cancer doesn't discriminate. It's not a race or a male or a female that's going to get it more. It's going to impact everybody. Don't make the mistake of not enjoying your life and doing what you want to do. To be aware of the possibility that cancer could strike at any time is scary. But don't have regrets that you didn't do what you wanted to do. And make sure that you live and be polystrong.
Change starts with each of us. Today it starts with me, not at my station.
Not in my cab.
Not in my house.
Not in our department.